Well, art bars, silver bars, collectibles, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes I think they get a little bit of injustice. So I'm going to actually have a quick chat about collectibles, art on bars, and see where we go. Welcome to the channel, Andy here, CPM. Today, I've had all these collectible pieces out for ages in my studio, and I haven't really given much time to them. I just wanted to have a quick chat about what I think, for what it's worth, excuse me, about collectible pieces. Grey area, loads of people got lots of opinions, and quite rightly so. And that's the beauty of doing this. We've all got an opinion, but I'm just going to talk about what they are to me and why I collect them. So let's have a quick look. Now, I know a lot of people love these. Notice I'm wearing the gloves, guys. Being so pro. A lot of guys I know collect these stackables from the Today Mint, and I know that a few other mints are copying them. But I haven't collected any of these for ages, and I don't know why. Probably part of my journey. I wanted to get a bit of weight in the old stack, concentrate on that. None of us have got tons of money to do all this sort of stuff. But I'm at that point where I can sort of just reflect. Talking of reflection, look at that, that's terrible, isn't it? Just reflect on why I love these pieces. Now, I'm into photography, always been into photography. Never been a great art person, but I think recently, over the last 4, 5, 6 years, I've started to appreciate art for what it really is. And I thought I would, I don't know, just put across in my own opinion why I love these, and talk about, are they worth it? Are they not worth it? So I thought this was a really good piece for my stackables collection to talk about. I think it's called the Ganesh bar. 2-ounce stackable, but the detail in this piece is incredible. And I think, without really loving what goes into the workload that goes into these pieces, I've definitely missed the point. Absolutely missed the point. And my point now is I'm beginning to realise that not only have I invested in a piece of silver, obviously, 2-ounce piece of silver, but I've invested in someone's interpretation of how they wanted to present some artwork on a piece of silver. And that's what I really bought into. And the other thing is the technology to then transfer someone's influence on what they're trying to produce in their head from a piece of art, on using technology onto a piece of silver. And that's what I've missed. I've really missed. I mean, when we look at the detail in these, they're ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, high relief. But I was very fortunate last year. It was the Berlin Money Fair, or when the Today Mint, who produced these pieces, was there. They weren't there this year, unfortunately, but last year they were. And it was a young lady from Korea and a young man that was on the stand. And I was chatting to the young lady, and she actually does the design work for these. And I've sat there and I just thought, wow, somebody has actually put their their ideas and their design using technology, obviously, into a piece of artwork. And that's what interests me, that's what gets me to buy these. It isn't necessarily about, oh, it's 2 ounces of silver and it should only be worth this much. Well, that's a big subject because it's interpretation, and value is interpretation in my eyes, especially when you're looking at pieces of art. And obviously within the community, we have quite a few people reproducing that in the pouring sector of the community. And that, I think, is a bit underrated. Artists, to appreciate an artist and an artist's work from my point of view, is that you get to like someone, the way someone is depicting what's in their mind, and this is the imaginary route for the buyer, me, and then seeing that interpretation put to work and then produced into something. That something could be absolutely anything, but we're talking about silver here. And it's like this piece of silver, I think it's the Argentina mint over in America make these, I'm not sure. But when we start to look at the detail of production of these bars, the relief, the high relief, the technology, but someone actually thought about actually producing this, and then there was a process they followed and put it onto a piece of silver, in this case a piece of silver. And that's what I bought into. I bought into, not only does it give me a ton of eye candy, literally, but it also, I can appreciate there's been a process here, and I'm buying into that process, and that process is somebody has put all this together, and that makes it valuable to me. Might not be valuable to anyone else. This is a 10-ounce piece, so it's got that intrinsic value of 10 ounces of silver, whatever that is nowadays. But it's the art, and this is what I'm beginning to see in the pouring world. You know, I'll be honest, when I first saw some of the pieces that were being produced, and I just didn't turn me on at all, but I purely forgot why I bought these. And I bought these ages ago, absolutely ages ago. And it took me down a little thinking man journey, and I realised why I bought them, and then I totally started appreciating the work and the effort that the guys that are pouring out there, and they're pushing the barriers, they're pushing themselves. There's competition which pushes each other, but primarily I think we all forget that somebody has put a ton of work into putting something onto a canvas, and this is a silver canvas, and it isn't just the finished product, it's exactly the whole process. And I think that's where this value comes in at a personal level. So yeah, it's really made me start to appreciate art in a different way. I've recently bought some paintings, some prints from an artist that I like, that's going to be in my backdrop on my podcast when I get my room sorted. But the reason why I appreciated them was to understand the people behind that produce these pieces, and I think it's well underrated. Hats off to the guys that are producing the poured stuff. This is basically like a poured piece. I'm sure it isn't. I don't know how they make the Argentina make these, but it is so making me really reassess my own opinions on the work that people like Silverpunk put into their pieces, Valui, I know there's a few other guys and girls out there doing pouring now. They're really pushing the barriers, and they need the support. They do need support, and they need that recognition for what they're doing, I believe personally, because to come up with an idea like this, thinking man, to come up with an idea and then take it to a level where it's produced on a canvas or a piece, in this case silver is the canvas. It's amazing, and that's where I'm beginning to buy into, and that's why I want, you know, definitely like my backdrops to be represented in art from the pouring side of the community as well. So it's going to take me a little while to get my head around how I want that to work, but these guys and girls, they need some credit, you know. It's not just great big manufactured mints that are pushing out pieces. Obviously they're pushing out beautiful pieces, and I know it's a competitive marketplace, but the people that are sitting in their sheds, sitting in their rooms, sitting in their little lockups, that are, you know, not just producing these at a manufactured level, they're putting a lot of work and thought process. So they need support. I'm not saying like you need to go out and buy all their stuff, just support, just because that will help, I believe, that will help the artists push themselves to produce produce content, produce product, and then the more that they're pushing their barriers and using technology and using their ideas, the more we, the customer, will then benefit from the goodies and the eye candy they're putting together. So collectibles are an important part of what we do, because that has a knock-on effect on the whole marketplace. Silver's being used, you know, if you're just weight stacking, then you've got an interest in any people out there that are using silver, because they're having to buy it, which keeps the spot price at where it needs to go, and maybe go up higher, which benefits everybody in the community. So it isn't a case of, oh, I don't like that. It's a case of, you know, recognising what's really going on and supporting different aspects of what people are doing. I think that's really important, but that's my personal opinion. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, collectibles is a very important part of my silver and gold journey. I'm so pleased that I'm interested in it. I know it's not for everybody, and there's premiums on all these pieces before everyone starts tearing into the comments. I get that, I get it. But I think my point really is that everyone's important in a community, and what everyone's trying to do is just as important, and just a little bit of support, just by supporting people on their journeys, I know goes down a long way. I run my own business, and I know how hard it is, and you have to be on the ball, and you have to put a lot of work in, and you know, the good, interesting entrepreneurs that are doing this side of the silver, especially in silver, they need support. They really do need support. So yes, collectibles, love them. I'll start to show more of my collection and talk about more why I like collecting them. But I just want to give a shout out to certain individuals in the community that are trying their hardest to express themselves in a very innovative way, and hopefully they will get the support, and they won't give up, and they will give us, the customers, what we're looking for in that journey of ours personally. So well done. That's my little rabbit on collectibles, but they are cool. It's so, how can you not like these? Crazy. The technology that's gone into pieces like this is amazing. It's crazy cool. It's lovely eye candy to have, especially in silver if you like silver, and it's worth just having one of those little pieces that you can get out every now and then and think, wow, what the hell has gone into that? That is so clever. How do they do that? Ask, you know, anything that makes you ask questions. How do they do this? How do they do that? What on earth was someone thinking when they were producing the thinking man, or anything else that's out there? So, yeah. Anyway, that's a short video. Well, that's a fairly longish, shortest, medium format video. I hope you're all well. Take good care. See you all soon. Please like, share, subscribe, all the normal stuff. Cheers. Bye.